record straight. You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the man before you're out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast review. We are a little late on this Diecast, but it's worth it, and I'm going to tell you why. So I've been trying to get some of my older Diecast reviews out of the way. So this might be a little bit more of a boring-ish Diecast review, because again, this has been out for a very long time, and it's a paint scheme we've seen between Truex and I think Kyle Busch. I think Kyle Busch had this paint scheme too. But I promise you it's going to be worth it, because for the next upload, which is going to be a Juan Pablo Montoya custom, which, I mean, I didn't make that one, but there's going to be that custom Diecast review, and then there's like 4 days worth of Diecast reviews that are all custom, so that's like 12 Diecast reviews within the upcoming days. So if you're a fan of the whole Diecast, or like custom Diecast reviews, you might want to stick around, because it's going to be really nice here within the next couple of days, because we got a lot of customs. For example, we got that Juan Pablo Montoya that was from the 2012 Daytona 500 where he hit the jet dryer. We got Coda race versions, we got Martinsville race versions, got a Kyle Busch win, we got a Logano flip, got a couple Kyle Busch race versions actually, just a whole bunch of Diecast. So you're going to be in for a pretty good treat if you are into the whole custom Diecast deal. So I would advise to stick around for a little bit longer. But anyway, this is the 2021 Christopher Bell Stanley paint scheme. Now, again, it's just like, I mean, the paint scheme itself isn't bad, but we've seen it. Like, I can understand seeing one person drive this paint scheme every year, but we've had 3 people drive the same paint scheme in different numbers for 1 year, and I feel like that was a little bit too much, but I mean, it's still cool to kind of have a set. Again, we had the 18, 19, and 20, of course, in the Stanley paint scheme, so it's not bad. We've already reviewed, yeah, we reviewed the Truex one too. I don't know if it was a dual Diecast review. It may have been, was it? I don't remember, because I've done a few dual Diecast reviews, but I'm pretty sure we've already reviewed both of those. I don't see them over here, and I know I got them, so I'm pretty sure I did some Diecast reviews on them. But anyway, pretty cool paint scheme. I mean, it is a little weird, because, like, I feel like the Stanley yellow on these cars are just too dark. I feel like it should be, like, a little bit brighter. But, I mean, who knows? I could be completely wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, I think the Stanley schemes were a little bit lighter. And I think that's what everybody was kind of talking about whenever the Kyle Busch one came out, because it seemed a little too dark. But, I mean, honestly, it's not really that big of a deal. So, I believe it is about time to get into this Diecast review. And, again, even though we've seen the paint scheme over and over again, like 3 times, I feel like it's pretty cool to have a couple different drivers. It's kind of like the test car for Hendrick. I believe all the Hendrick drivers, except for Bowman, tested in that car, and just like for the number 7 truck, we had Byron and Bowman in those, and for the 88 Hendrick cars for the Xfinity Series, I think everybody but Bowman's going to be in that one too, and I think Bowman is, I think he's driving an 88 scheme, but I don't remember, like, I don't remember what race it's going to be or what paint scheme. I don't know if it's the Hendrick Cars paint scheme or not, but either way, it's kind of sort of like that deal. But, you know, nonetheless, just different numbers, but still a pretty cool little concept overall. So here's the Diecast out of the box. Now, actually, on camera, I think right now it does look a little brighter yellow than it does in person. In person, it's a pretty dark yellow. It's more like a dandelion yellow, and not like a crayon, like Crayola yellow, so I mean, either way, I still think it's off. I think it needs to be like a brighter yellow. Not like a day glow or anything by any means, but, you know, just kind of something that's a little bit brighter. But anyway, so, here is the Diecast, of course. It's got like a matte finish to it. I don't know if the other Stanley cars were that same way. I would assume so, but I don't know. I don't really recall which one, if they all had the flat finishes, or if they had like a I don't know, kind of like a gloss finish, but it looks, you know, it feels kind of, not smooth, but it's kind of got a little bit of roughness to it, so I think it's more of a, like a matte finish. But either way, got Stanley right there. I don't know why it's so high up on the actual hood itself. I do wish it was a little more centered. That just, I don't know, that kind of kills me. Because, like, there's nothing below the Stanley. Like, I would get if they had even like a Toyota logo or something on the bottom, but like, I mean, there's nothing there. It's just Stanley. So I wish they kind of even that out a little bit more, kind of centered it a little bit. So I got Bell right there, of course, on the name banner with the 2 Toyota emblems on the sides. Got black roof rails with the number 20 up there on top. Got Stanley, of course, once again. I got Christopher Bell, well, just Bell, really, on the back end here of that back and name banner. Got Stanley once again with a black spoiler. Going on to the back, well, would you look at that? It's Stanley, once again. Why am I not surprised? But we got Toyota there. We got the 20 Camry, XSC, and the little camera there. Got the tail lights going on to the side. Pristine auction. I don't know if that is just a bad outline. Ooh, I think it is a bad outline, because if you look at Rheem and Interstate Batteries, it's got that weird yellow in between. So I think, yeah, that's just a bad background. It doesn't match. As you can see, it's a lot lighter. Oddly enough, that light color, that light yellow, is, I believe, what the car should look like, but it's just a lot darker. So, ironically, the background color is more accurate to the actual car than it is on the actual car. So, I mean, that's, I don't know. Got Pristine Auction. We've seen this sponsor before on Ty Gibbs in the 54. Of course, it's a Joe Gibbs car. And, you know, still Toyota. Got Stanley there. Got these little stripes kind of going down the side. You got Rheem and Interstate Batteries. Got C. Bell, nice and big on the name right there. Got Toyota and Joe Gibbs. Got the number 20 there. Of course, Rheem, Interstate Batteries. Let's see, got NASCAR Race Car, NASCAR Cup Series. Sport Clips, Mac Tools, Sherwin-Williams, Lincoln Welders, Mobile One, Simons, is that MC, and some Cougar there. But I do like, I think I've said this before, but I like how they have the stripes coming up from the front, going up the side and to the C-post back here. I think it looks really good. It's nice they kind of committed to the front end, too. I like how they did that. So we got Stanley back on the hood here. Is actually so big, I meant to say Goodyear, but that S was like right beside it. So I don't like how it's so big either. I guess that may have been why they kind of moved it up, but they just kind of shortened the text just a little bit, scaled it down, and put it right in the center. I feel like that'd look a little bit better. But I mean, I'm not a car designer by any means. I just picked the ones that look pretty, and then I do the diecast reviews on them. But anyway, you got the Goodyear there in black, got the Goodyear tires, K&N and Sunoco. Got the number 20, of course, right there on the front. You got Camry. The decals look pretty good, not really anything too scuffed up. We got 30 years to Joe Gibbs there. And, God, it scared me. I thought that was some sort of, like, decal error, but no, that's just how the mold is. But again, pretty decent little diecast here. I don't know if I would ever, like, keep it for a long time, especially if I kind of come down to if I need any space or anything like that. So I don't know if he like crashed in this car. I don't know if he ever kind of had some damage on the car, but maybe one day we can turn it into a custom or just kind of sell it, kind of get our money back on it. But I mean, you never know. Or even it could turn really rare. It could be one of those things where it's the same paint scheme, even though it's a different driver, that one driver might become rare for whatever reason. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it could be one of those deals. You never know. The way this whole diecast thing works, the whole demand thing, is really crazy. It's like, you can have 2 paint schemes that look exactly the same by the same driver, just 2 different years, and then one would be so much more rare than the other for, like, no reason. It's just the same paint scheme. It could have the same banners, same everything, but one's more rare for whatever reason. I don't know, that's just always been kind of a little odd to me, but, you know. I mean, I feel like I could turn it into something. I don't know where it was ran. I don't know if it was ran multiple times. I don't know if it was ran once. But, you know, we might be able to pull something off. We might be able to get a custom out of it. I don't know, safe race it at Daytona or something, you know. That'd be very interesting, too. I talk about the drivers having the same paint schemes, but, like, if they were ever to run it all in the same race, because I know they've kind of done something like that before. Like, they would do 2 cars that would look very similar, and it's on the same team, and they would race at the same race, and it would be super confusing, like, not only for the audience, but for the spotters, you know, pit crew, just whoever, and the crew chief, you know. I think on the Radioactive, or a couple Radioactives, I was listening in, just kind of watching it. And they were said, like, I can't tell who's who. I can't tell if you're you or you're the other guy. So, I don't know. I feel like it'd be a major headache if Truex, Bell, and who was the other one that Bell, Busch, and Truex, if they all ran the same exact Stanley paint scheme at the same track at the same time, yeah, I feel like that'd be a major headache. Whether it's a plate track or a short track, I would feel terrible for any spotters who would try to kind of, you know, look at your driver, especially nowadays. If the number is like pushed forward, they made it a little bit smaller too, so it might be even harder to kind of see, but they still got the number on top, which, you know, might do a little bit of justice. But I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of a thought. But that being said, I do believe that is all for this diecast review. There's not a lot to this diecast. It's pretty plain, pretty simple. You just got two stripes that are slightly differently colored throughout the side of the car, but I mean, again, other than that, that's pretty much it. So with that being said, I do believe that'll be all for this diecast review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.